guys, this is your 2025 Winterguard makeup tutorial. Your last tutorial on me. Very sad. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna do is if you're wanting to wear any foundation or concealer, like any base makeup like that, you're gonna do that first. I'm not gonna do that in this video, but right now, do your base makeup, no blush. And then when you do that, you can come back to the video. The next step is to do the hair squiggly pieces. So with this, listen carefully. These hair pieces do not need to be the same. Everyone can have different styles in their different number of pieces in their hair, overlapping, whatever. You need at least some on this side and some on this side. If that means 1 and 1, that's fine. You don't need any down the middle. You can if you want, but and not symmetrical. If you do not have pieces in the front that are shorter, like face starting pieces, then I would recommend only doing some on the side. So that's what I'm going to be doing for you. If you do have shorter pieces and you want to try one down the middle, then go ahead. But we're going to do that next. Okay, so I just separated a piece of my hair. This one is going to go down the side. For the sake of the video, I'm only going to do one. But remember, you need at least, at the very, very least, 2. Be creative with this. Yeah, so I separated this piece of hair, and then I'm just going to pin the rest of my hair back. Okay, the first step to this hair is to saturate this in gel. So I'm just taking a little bit of hair gel, and I'm just going to run that along the hair. As I get down to like this center part, I'm going to gel it together because I don't want it to spread out, if that makes sense. So the beginning can still be a little found out, but then I'm going to pull this and gel it together. Now that I have this, I'm going to be doing some like finger waves. I'm just kind of going to be a little creative with it, and I'm just going to go through and set this on my face and make it a little wavy. I might make this first one a little steeper. And if you want, as you're going through to set it, you can just get a tiny bit of gel on your finger and just tap it on the corners to make it stay in place. So that's what I'm doing, just on the tops of each wave. I'm just going through, and then I'm going to do that all the way down. Okay, now I have this set. I'm going to go through and reinforce this. So I'm going to put gel on top all the way down. Let the glue dry down completely before you try and do your makeup. So if you're at this point, you just did all of the pieces you're going to do, either fan it to let it dry, start on your eyes, or this is a good time to maybe do your hair while it dries, whatever you need to make this completely dry to start your makeup. With that being said, while this is drying, I'm going to be starting my eye makeup. So the first thing I need to do is get my purple shade. Okay, with the purple, I'm just going to take a little bit and put it on the inner corner of my eyes, not going too high with it, just on the inner corner there, very subtle, and then same thing on the other side. Okay, that is literally all you need to do with the purple. Notice how I stopped about halfway. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the blue that I'm going to use. I said you could have multiple shades of blue if you want like a lighter and a darker, and then I also said if you just wanted one. So I'm going to use a lighter shade, but if you only have one shade of blue that you're using, just go in a little lighter with the eyeshadow so you can darken it up on the outside a little bit. I'm going to put it on top of that purple there, and going to extend it out, not putting it on this outer part of my eyelid. So only the top above the purple. Okay, now that you have the blue, you're going to start darkening it as you bring it out. So I'm going to use the shade that I'm using, and I am going to start here and bring that out. Again, you're not going on that lower part of your eyelid. Darken it a little bit, and then I'm going to do the darkest part on the outside. There. That's as dark as it will get. And then you can tap it down. I'm gonna clear off most of the eyeshadow of my brush so it's pretty bare, and then I can just go through and blend this with the blue. Then with some makeup remover, I'm just gonna go through and straighten out that line. And then if you extended your eyeshadow all the way here, you're also going to use your makeup remover to make sure there's no eyeshadow on the lower half of your lid. The eyeshadow should only be purple here and then blue on the top half. Now that my gel's dry, I can bring my eyeshadow into the hair. So at every starting point of your hair, you are going to take your dark shade and start it there. Darkest point here on the outside of your hair. Then as you come down, it can get lighter and you can just blend out. But the blue should start from your hairline. Then as you do that, you're gonna extend this dark eyeshadow into your hair, like a continuation of it. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you can either keep it just on the base like this, or if you want to do like a subtle lining of the eyeshadow down, not as thick. This should be the thickest part of your eyeshadow. But if you're wanting to just kind of in the crevices, like fill this in a tiny bit, you feel free to do that as well. Okay, the next thing we're doing is the contour. So you're gonna get that darkest shade on your brush. You might want a different brush than what you were using for your eyeshadow. You can ask around and find one if you don't have one. But if you go like this, you can see your cheekbones. This is going to go under your cheekbones. So I'm going to start right here, and my darkest point is going to be closest to my face. So I will start, and I will put my darkest point here. And then from there, I'm just going to blend it out. I'm not going to add any more product because the darkest point should be here, and it should be lighter down here, but I'm just going to blend that out. Okay, I'm going to show you that one more time. You're going to start with your darkest point right under your cheekbone, and then from there you are just going to blend it out. Siren-y, right? Okay, yeah. Try your best to blend it into your skin. Okay, this is what it looks like with nothing over it, and then this is what it looks like with. Okay, and then if you're someone who didn't put some hair down the middle of their face, one thing you can do to kind of add some texture there is you can take your lighter shade and kind of like put it over the bridge of your nose. Try to keep this a little lighter rather than like your really dark shade, but just kind of do the bridge of your nose there, just to add some color. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is with your white eyeliner. So using your white eyeliner, you are just going to go through and put white dots where the blue is. So not uniform at all, completely random. Try not to put it in your hair, but just very small white dots where the blue is concentrated. You will also be doing black eyeliner and lashes. I'm just not going to do it in this video, but at this point, if you want to do blah blah blah. What you're going to do is your highlighter. So with your highlighter, there's a few spots you want to hit. You're going to hit this inner part of your eye. I'm just going to use my finger for this. I'm just hitting here, bringing it down to the corner here. You can even put some on the purple if you like. So I'm hitting this inner corner part of my eye, and then I'm also going to hit my cheekbone right here. And I'm going to kind of pack it on here so you can kind of see it. It almost looks a little wet. Get it? Because we're in the water. Anyways, so very there. If you want to put some on your nose, feel free to do that, just to highlight. Next, we're quickly going to do the lips. Very simple. You are going to take that dark shade that you were using. I recommend getting a pretty thin brush like this. Again, if you don't have one, ask around, you can borrow one. I'm going to take that darker shade, and I'm just going to start here. It's going to be darker in the center and fade out as you go. Like I said, darker in the center, fade out as you go. And then I'm probably going to get all the product off my brush and then just go through and blend it down to make the line a little less harsh. Like so. Okay guys, this is the finished one side. Don't look at the other side. This is the finished one side. I am so proud of you guys. I love you guys so much, and you're gonna do so amazing today. I love you, and I'm rooting for you, and just give it all you got, and I'm so proud of how far you guys have come. Yeah, have a good day.